This is a quick video going over the flawless block mechanic in MK11. Um, this is a new mechanic that's been introduced in this game. It hasn't been any previous games. So for this one, I am going to be using Shang Tsung. I will be going
Katana.
to show y'all Katana. But she has a lot of flawless block.
The hourglass.
This is a mechanic that is fairly new to everybody. Low level players to medium level players to high level players. It's still not fleshed out, and it's still just being worked out by everybody. To flawless block, you have to have a gap in the string of 5 frames. It used to be 3, but they changed it to 5 frames. And if you're walking back and forward in the neutral, you have to do it within 3 frames of the actual attack. Trying to get this actually harder to do it off foot, just a standing normal, than it is to get on the string. See, just like that. See, whenever you do the up 2, it launches. Up 3 doesn't launch, but it has invincibility frames, and it gives you hit advantage. Or you could do this. Flawless block in the gap. If you don't flawless block it, basically -1. If you do flawless block it, the string becomes -11, which means you get to do punishes like this. Even though it didn't punish right there. There you go. And I'll show you why that's important, because if you're stand blocking this, if you're stand blocking this string, for example, you're up to with but if you're cross blocking, it'll hit. So that's something that you won't be able to know unless you really actually lab. So if you're cross blocking, you can get up to punish, but if you're stand blocking, you're up to a whiff. I'm gonna show you why sometimes it's better to not up to, and to save your meter, your defensive meter, and just go for a different punish. So we know that you have to cross block to get your up to now. Oh, I messed up. Get your damage, you know, but you just lost the defensive bar, offensive bar for 20%. When you can do this, keep your defensive bar and do more damage, have better OT, and do it for the same bar. There are options where you also have to do, let's say, Jesus Christ, I messed up. Hit him well, yeah. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't on all. I'm pretty bad. I don't use katana. so it's gonna take me a second just to record it, even though I'm getting the input. Okay. Like I'm getting the input, but it's not. I don't know, man. This is stupid. I'm gonna just do it off of this. Okay, so for that, it's a low. And in between that is a flawless block cap. So if you don't flawless block it, it's -3, which is safe. But if you do flawless block it, it's -13. Which means you can do -2 like this. That was not what I wanted to do. Boom. So 30%, you know, you wouldn't have been able to get that off of that too. Bad. I'm really bad. That's not what I want to do. Then you know you get the gist, but you won't be able to do nothing much after that. That's one example of flawless blocking. Another example is if you have a pretty bad flawless block. We all know there's a couple of characters that have pretty bad flawless blocks, attacks. Let's see. Who do I feel flawless blocking?
Geras. Tarkatan Warrior.
So, some characters, they actually get hindered by the flawless block mechanic, and then in turn it kind of messes him up. Like we saw how Katana on her, let me change the variations first. We saw how on Katana her frame data changed whenever you flawless block 2 moves to where you can punish them with normals. Some characters they don't have that problem. Oh, I'm just nah. See how that attack hit? And that attack hit. I don't know what to do with Katana after that. So, Jesus Christ. So we'll just say that. Alright. Geras on that frame data, his frames don't change. But I'm gonna show you characters whose fatal blow, well, floss blocks actually aren't the best to use in some situations. Trying to think of one. Yeah, there it is.
Katana.
I was just forgot
Baraka.
about this. Alright, so
Special Forces Desert Command.
I'm a little tired. So with Baraka, well, let me do the strings again. Alright, with Baraka, he has a 1-1-2 string, which is his main string that he does. Baraka players love throwing it out because Baraka players are absolute garbage and don't know how to play the game. It's this string right here, 1-1-2. It has the floss block gap. I have a hard time floss blocking this string. But see, right there, it's a minus, it's a +1 string on Bill +1. So you would have to up to it. Her up to doesn't allow her to do that. And you'd be like, oh, well, you can do F3, get the hit advantage. Nope. Nah. You can't do either. This will hit sometimes, but the amount of times that it doesn't hit is kind of wild. Oops. Like that. That's not me going brains or space dependent. That's just randomly whipping sometimes. For up 2, I don't know why I'm getting it perfect right now. Like I actually practice how to floss block this. I don't. But her up 2 will always whiff. So instead, she's forced to use her up 3.